weather is calling for rain, rain, and more rain. It strikes me that these are the kinds of conditions that Dick Butkus and Ray Nitschke would have enjoyed, Al.
Oh, certainly. There's no question about that. And in fact, it may even get down to the point where we have snow pellets or snow showers before the night is done. Here are the Packers starters.
Aaron Rodgers, Butte Community College.
James Starks, University of Buffalo.
Randall Cobb, Kentucky.
Devontae Adams, Fresno State.
James Jones, San Jose State.
Richard Rogers, Cal Berkeley.
David Bakhtiari, University of Colorado, Boulder.
Josh Sitton, Central Florida.
J.C. Treader, Cornell University.
T.J. Lang, Birmingham Brother Rice.
Brian Balaga, Iowa.
Green Bay likes to go fast. Of course, that's in better elements than this. They might even try it here tonight. We'll find out shortly. Rodgers rolling, and he is under pressure, and he's forced to throw it away. That was Willie Young, number 97. So Aaron spinning away, going to his left side. Can't get it away, and it's second down and 10.
Yeah, really nice play by Willie Young on the outside as Aaron came flipping around that way. He grabbed Richard Rodgers, not holding him, just kept him from getting to his route, and Rodgers had no choice but to throw it away.
And they come up no huddle here on second down and 10. Eddie Lacy, the running back, had a big game last week in Minnesota. And a good run here. He's off to a good start tonight. Breaking tackles. Past the 40. And out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Kyle Fuller looking for all the world like Marshawn Lynch. Eddie Lacy healthy again. And a big gain there of 29 yards.
Jonathan Anderson tried to shoot through on his linebacker position. Really just no support there. And for Eddie Lacy, he's picking up right where he left off a week ago. He was huge in that game against the Vikings.
Spun away from the rookie safety, Adrian Amos. Here he goes again over the left side. And he churns out 5 yards to the 49-yard line. Second and 5. Give it to him again. And bounces off Acho, and then gets taken down after a gain of a couple. Third and short. 32 to the outside, having to reach down for it is Randall Cobb. So they're short of the first down. That's Bryce Callahan covering on the play. And Rodgers looking over to the bench, seeing if McCarthy's going to give him the go-ahead to go for it. And for the moment, to keep the offense out on the field.
At least going to go the hard count here. Just a poor throw that time by Aaron, though. Didn't give the receiver a chance at all to pick up that first down.
So at the 48-yard line, they will at least line up to go for it. And they are going to go for it. And they give it to Lacy. And Lacy's going to get stuffed. So the Chicago Bears will take over at midfield. All right, Jay Cutler takes over 48-yard line after Green Bay surprisingly went for it on 4th and 2. Matt Forte is back in the lineup after a 3-game absence with a sprained MCL, and they give it to him, and he picks up a yard. It'll be second down and 9. So Jay Cutler has not played well here, obviously. Take a look at that. 0-4. He made his Bears debut here in 2009 through 4 interceptions in that game, and it hasn't gotten a lot better since. 3 touchdowns, 12 picks in his starts on this surface. Second and 10. Bears in a tight formation. And the pass goes to the outside, and then slipping and falling is Kari Lee, one of their tight ends. Comes up a couple of yards short of the first down. They have no Martellus Bennett tonight, and that is huge because Bennett's such a big part of their offense, and Green Bay's really struggled against tight ends. 3rd and 3. Cutler goes hurry up here, and then he goes deep downfield and too deep. Trying to one-hand it was Marquise Wilson. Incomplete 4th down. Each team one possession. Rodgers starts this drive from the 16-yard line. And out of the pistol, short flip, and then breaking a tackle and staying in bounds, Devontae Adams. Let's take a look at the Chicago defense.
Bruce Gaster, Boilermakers.
Eddie Goldman, FSU.
Jarvis Jenkins, Clemson.
Sam Acho, Texas.
Shea McClellan, Boise State.
Christian Jones, Florida State.
Pernell McPhee, Pahokee, Florida.
Tracy Porter, Indiana University.
Adrian Amos, Penn State.
Chris Brzezinski, Wyoming.
Kyle Fuller,
Virginia Tech.
From the 27-yard line. Little flip, little shovel pass to Eddie Lacy. And look at what it takes to bring this guy down out to the 34. Chris talking about those free plays. When he draws you offside, what he normally does is go deep downfield. So this year, 6 for 6, 2 touchdowns, plus a defensive pass interference penalty called on Richard Sherman in week 2. That was good for 52 yards. They're going quickly again. Eddie Lacy bowling balls his way out to the 42-yard line for a first down.
You just get the feeling that Eddie Lacy is going to do what he's done basically every year of his career, and that is simply, watch the center, Treader here replacing Corey Lindsley in this game. But every single year it seems like Eddie Lacy is the guy that gets better at this time of year.
Now James Starks comes into the game, and Starks, who is the classic backup back, he does a great job in the secondary role, and then when he has to come in and fill in for a Lacy when Lacy was hurt or whatever, Starks does the job.
Yeah, and Mike McCarthy saying the reason Eddie Lacy's had his carries reduced is because James Starks has been so good.
Second down and 7 from the 44-yard line. And Rodgers puts it down. Around the left side he goes, and Aaron will be taken out of bounds a little short of the first down by Jonathan Anderson.
He just seems to draw him off sides.
Second, third down conversion via penalty on this drive, and now he's going to air it out deep downfield and incomplete. That's Tracy Porter covering Devontae Adams.
He's a guy with a little history against great quarterbacks.
Yeah, also picked off Brett Favre in the NFC Championship game. And that's a real good tackle as Cobb makes the catch. And Bryce Callahan, a rookie out of Rice, makes the stop.
Yeah, Bryce Callahan's come in there and now sort of taken over that slot position for Sherrick McManus, who did it the first 6 games. And he's done well. A rookie that you don't expect in that sort of pivotal position. But believe me, the Green Bay Packers know where that rookie is. They're going to go pick on him tonight.
Green Bay already running its 15th play in about 6.5 minutes. And Rodgers throws, and that's dropped. Devontae Adams, and they've had a bunch of drops this season. One right there, 4th down. Congratulations to the Cutlers. The birth of their daughter is on 1st and 15 now. Forte picks up 6, and let's take a look at the Chicago starters.
Jay Cutler, Vanderbilt University.
Matt Forte, Tulane. Alshon Jeffrey, South Carolina.
Marquise Wilson, Washington State.
Ari Lee, Bowie State University.
Zach Miller, Weston, Nebraska.
Charles Leno Jr., Boise State.
Matt Slauson, Nebraska.
Baronis Grasu, Oregon.
Patrick Omame, University of Michigan.
Kyle Long, Saddleback Junior College.
Kyle Long, 3rd year in the league, been to the Pro Bowl in each of the first 2, and Forte will get wrapped up at the 13. Matt has missed the last 3 games, sprained knee. Jeremy Langford has done good work supplanting him, and figures to see some action tonight. But Cutler forced out, just has to dump it outside the tackle box. He had Quentin Rollins coming in on a corner blitz.
It was exciting.
Oh yeah, tremendous. From the 49-yard line, Lacy picks up about 3 yards as he gets taken down by Eddie Goldman, a rookie out of Florida State, who was their 2nd-round draft pick.
Yeah, that's the big question mark, I think, on the Chicago Bears defense. They weren't good last year. They bring in Vic Fangio and hoping for better. They just don't have the horses up front that they need.
2nd down and 7, and it's fired over the middle and caught. Randall Cobb got free, found the open spot. 1st down at the 33-yard line.
Very quick, athletic guy as a center.
Rodgers, line does its job, a little dump pass. There's Lacy. And he's taken down at the 30. You know, you're talking about that Bear defense, Chris, and
just because they didn't have anybody. And Vic Fangio said, got to find somebody to play in there.
2nd and 7, and that pass is intercepted. It's Tracy Porter. He says, I'll give you a guy to name. Tracy Porter, but now you got a flag down at the 15-yard line. Hockley will discuss this
the problem
with his crew.
The officials are going to name him too.
5-0. 50 round. 18.
swings it to the outside, and Lacey gets buried. Then the pass is incomplete. Jonathan Anderson has been all over the field, a rookie at a TCU, undrafted free agent.
One more time back to the penalty. It was a big one. Out and up. A little adjustment off of that, but not one you would typically expect.
Go 5-8. Go 5-0.
Second down and 10.
B19.
And busting through. Then Lacey takes the pass, and Eddie Lacey is inside the 10 and all the way to the end zone. Bruce Gaston almost got there, but Rodgers is able to flip it to his running back for a 25-yard touchdown. You don't want to align like that on a kickoff return. First of all, you don't see that many kickoffs run back anymore with a touchback 2/3 of the time. But you had both guys back there. Now you got Jeremy Langford in the game. Our first opportunity to see him tonight, and Cutler gets pressed, and the ball is thrown and incomplete. Hockley gets bounded into. Julius Peppers put the heat on. Let's take a look at that Green Bay defense.
Detroit Guyan, Bradford High School Tornadoes.
B.J. Raji, Boston College. Mike Daniels, Iowa.
Mike Neal, Purdue University.
Nate Palmer, Illinois State University. Clay Matthews, USC.
Julius Peppers, North Carolina.
Demary Vandal, Arizona State.
Morgan Burnett, Georgia Tech.
Clint Dix, the University of Alabama.
Sam Shields, the U.
Matthews and Peppers, the big stars. Burnett runs the secondary extremely well, and this is Langford, 4th-round draft choice out of Michigan State. He followed Le'Veon Bell in East Lansing, and he's the guy who's come in over the last 3 weeks and did a really nice job in the stead of the injured Matt Forte. You know, could be the transition beginning here. Matt's been around a while, getting up there, and Langford could be the guy of the future.
Had a huge day against the Rams, including an 83-yard touchdown on a screen pass.
3rd down and 5 with 4.5 to go in the quarter. Play clock at 2. Again, pressure. Cutler rolls away, then throws, and it's almost intercepted. Miller was the intended receiver, and Quentin Rollins from the 38-yard line. Rodgers dancing around in the pocket, buying time, as he does so supremely well, and it's caught there by Cobb. Callahan makes the tackle after a short gain. And Jonathan Anderson, he's been all over the place. 58, that rookie out of TCU, called his name 4 or 5 times already, put the heat on Rodgers.
It's just amazing to watch Aaron Rodgers in the pocket. It looks like, did you ever play, like, you know, dodgeball or tag when you were a kid? I mean, he just looks like all he's trying to do is keep anybody from getting a finger on him. Yet his eyes are downfield the whole time, but he's looking for that escape route. So many of the big plays in that big game against the Vikings came from him escaping and making big throws down the field.
And there's Ring Alivio, but you guys didn't play that in Florida. 2nd down and 3 from the 45-yard line. That's Cobb in the backfield. Play action buys all kinds of time.
Oops.
And going down, then the ball comes loose, but they're going to say he was down there. That's Lamar Houston, the linebacker, at the 34-yard line. Great coverage by Chicago.
Yeah, he got tagged on that one. If he's playing tag, he just got tagged by Lamar Houston. Coverage all over the field. Really an opportunity maybe there, but that was about it. Nothing else really to speak of.
That's a 10-yard sack.
Oh. I tell you, he has taken some shots now the last 4 games. There's just no question about that. And had that shoulder issue, some of his...
the other game today, of course, Carolina. How about the Panthers at 11-0? Beating Dallas handily. Rodgers now throws, and it's incomplete. Pass intended for James Jones. Mark Trestman and Phil Emery, the GM, gone after a couple of seasons, so a whole transition going on in the Windy City as Matt Forte brings it out to the 23-yard line. The Bears have now run 10 plays, so they've had 3 3-and-outs. 2nd down.
I think one of the good stories from the Chicago Bears, that guy right there, Kyle Long, who was a Pro Bowl guard in back-to-back years, and he was asked by this coaching staff to play tackle. And he was asked right before the start of the regular season, and it was against these Green Bay Packers. And he hemmed and hawed a little bit, and he's finally said, if it's good for the team, it's good for me, and he did it. And now he's turned into a really good right tackle.
And Cutler fires to Alshon Jeffrey, who makes the catch for Chicago's first down of the night.
Yeah, there's no question that for Kyle Long, he struggled early in the season. He didn't know what he was doing out there at right tackle. But you watch him now, and his form isn't exactly perfect. He's to work on his kick step a little bit, I'm sure, as we go into next season. But athletically, he can play with anybody. He can catch any pass rusher around the edge, and really a different guy since he played in that opener against the Packers.
Bloodlines aren't bad.
Yeah.
He's Howie's pup. Gain of a couple here by Forte. We go to Michelle.
Well, Al, I talked with Kyle Long about moving to right tackle this season, and he said it's a different heavyweight fight every week. I faced the firing squad the first 3 weeks. Quite a welcoming party. Week 1, that meant Julius Peppers, whom he respects tremendously. Al Long told me there are not a lot of guys I grew up watching that I'm a fan of. He is a big fan of Julius Peppers, Al.
Oh, yeah, Julius Peppers, 14 years in the league, and a Chicago Bear for 4 years after 8 in Carolina. Played there with John Fox. Now in his second here, Forte out to the 41-yard line where Burnett makes the tackle. 3rd down and 4, and that should take us into the second frame.
Clay Matthews now off the edge instead of his inside linebacker position. Right up there, they played him there quite a bit in that game against the Vikings.
And Cutler fires and incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, from the 19-yard line. 1st down for the Packers. And Lacey. He picks up 2 yards. 2nd and 8 from the 21.
Yeah, the guys inside really are the key to this Green Bay Packers offense. TJ Lang, Josh Sitton, 2 guys that have just been knocking around here. These 2 guards right there have been doing it for a long time. And TJ Lang actually may be having the best year of any of these offensive linemen.
And Lacey again puts his head down and comes up about 1.5 yards short of the 1st down. 3rd down and that much in the 1st minute of the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, there was a little controversy around here about whether or not Mike McCarthy should go back to calling the plays again. He was a little more involved in the offensive meeting room last week, and it paid off.
There's Lacey, and he's going to get stopped. He handed the play calling duties over to Tom Clements. Pernell McPhee just made that stop. They look over to the chains, and they appear to be just a little short of the 1st down.
Well, Pernell McPhee, who's probably the best player on this Bears defense, unblocked, just beat him around the corner. Nobody's going to block him. They don't think he's going to get there on this running play up the gut. And he made the play short of the 1st down.
Well, for the moment, the Packer offense is going to stay out there. They did go for it. Now they're going to send the punt group in. From the 34-yard line, this drive begins on the ground. Jeremy Langford, the rookie, for a gain of a couple. He's been targeted once. Cutler is 2 of 7. Langford around the outside. Spilled at the 42-yard line by Clay Matthews.
Good player.
3rd down and 2. Matthews in coverage this time, and that's simply dropped by Langford. So again, wet ball, whatever, on target, misses here.
Only the most unusual circumstances would have allowed John Fox and Adam Gase and Vic Fangio to come together to one team as a free agent.
Well, here's Lacey, and he gets tripped up at the 12-yard line. And one of the reasons was John Elway felt he just had to make a change in Denver. Fox won 4 championships or 4 division titles, went to a Super Bowl, but just felt that needed to make a change to get him over the hump.
And Fangio was a part of one of the really great defenses out in San Francisco. And Harbaugh ends up going to Michigan, and all of a sudden he's free.
2nd down and 10 now from the 12-yard line.
319! 319!
Lacey with a big hole and exploits that. Ball is loose at the 33-yard line. The Bears are around it, and Chicago certain they've recovered, and it is confirmed. So Lacey was off and running. Big run there for 18 yards. And then he coughs it up. So a turnover here. And they're still fighting for it at the bottom of the pile. They've already signaled that Chicago has the ball.
Well, a lot of conversation about the safeties of the Bears. Well, they combined that time to get that ball out. Adrian Amos, who is a really good young player, and then Chris Brzezinski comes in behind and strips the ball out. So the two safeties come up big.
And his fumbling history, the ball is at the 34-yard line to the outside. Wilson takes the ball to the 31-yard line. Brzezinski forcing the fumble. He's taking the spot of another injured Bear, Antrell Roll, at one safety spot.
Jay Cutler talking about Marquise Wilson. They really feel like that young man. He's 6'4", had 100 yards receiving in the game last week. They think he could be just about anything. Another big receiver on the outside to go along with Alshon Jeffrey.
2nd and 7. And Forte to the 28. We've played 20 minutes of football, and Chicago has 1 first down.
Well, one of the best guys on the Packers is Mike Daniels right down there, and Kyle Long working on him. That's going to be a heck of a battle if he ends up staying on that side. But now it's 3rd down, and here's where the Bears have faltered all night long. Watch for the blitz. That's where they've been hurt.
Bears 0 for 5 on 3rd down. 3rd and 4 here.
Quentin Long's lurking around.
Cutler under pressure, gets it away, and it's caught at the 18-yard line. Mark Mariani comes over the middle. Demarius Randall, the rookie corner, came in, almost got the sack. Chicago gets its 2nd first down.
They came with the blitz again, only this time it's a cornerback, Demarius Randall, and somehow Cutler escapes that and picks up the first down. Jay Cutler has a way. He's pretty elusive. He moves well. He's not afraid to run. He usually dives head first when he does. He wants to win.
Forte. And he gains 6 yards as he gets tackled at the 12-yard line. Make it 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3. Here's Adam Gase, the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, and you know, the Bears had success in that opener running the football against the Green Bay Packers, and I think Adam Gase, with the conditions as they are, would like to stay with that run game, but occasionally you have to complete a pass or they're going to see nothing but blitzes.
And floats one to the end zone. No. Couldn't stay in. Alshon Jeffrey fading. Demarius Randall right there with him. It'll be 3rd and 3. Yeah, that is some catch, but he couldn't stay in. Clearly out.
You kind of like to have a guy that size with an opportunity to jump ball one. One time he had to lay out.
3rd and 3, and then a low throw, and fighting his way is Mariani. Looked like he'd be stopped short of the first down, but he's able to burrow his way to the 8-yard line and make it a 1st down and goal.
Big play by Mariani. He is filling in, getting opportunities. Eddie Royal out of this game. They've had a lot of injuries. A lot of these young receivers getting opportunities to play. Marquise Wilson, Joshua Bellamy. That was big.
1st down and goal. 7.5 to go in the half. Forte takes it to the 3-yard line. Matt, 8th year out of Tulane, picked him in the 2nd round in 08. Yeoman worked through his career.
Yeah, I think one of the guys you want to try and run the football towards in this defense is Nate Palmer, number 51. They had success in that first game, and they have been attacking that side when given an opportunity.
Bears trying to cash in on the turnover after the Lacey fumble.
Clay Matthews back on the end of the line of scrimmage again.
Give it to Forte, and he's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage, setting up another third down, 3rd and goal. Jaron Elliott, 91. Third and 1 with the crowd roaring at Lambeau. Play clock at 2. Cutler started to slip, but then gets it away, and wide open for the touchdown is Zach Miller, the tight end. Looked like Cutler was going to go down, started to slip and slide. Elliott came in, and the touchdown with the extra point to tie the game here.
Well, first of all, you're going to get him all the way across the formation. You sort of read releases here. Somebody has to pick him up as he comes across the field. Nate Palmer was the guy inside. Not sure if it was his assignment or not. But it was another escape by Jay Cutler, a couple on that drive that really made the difference. And for Zach Miller now, that is 4 touchdowns in the last 4 games himself.
You got it.
Yeah.
Go. Kick fielded at the 4-yard line by Jeff Janis. And Janis with a 70-yard run back last week in Minnesota. Almost duplicates the feat. In fact, comes real close to doing exactly that as he takes it all the way to the 33-yard line. So he induced a 50-yard pass interference penalty last week in Minnesota as well. Now he got Starks. Big hole. And Starks has enough for a first down.
With some fresh legs, and sometimes running backs, it can be a little bit like a sibling rivalry, right? One guy has a big day. It was Eddie Lacy's turn last week, and he had a huge day. Now you come out in a fumble, and you go sit on the sideline, and your brother gets a shot.
So Lacy had 72 yards on 10 carries. Starks has now carried twice for 13.
Push, push, push.
Green Bay with a total of 90 rushing yards in the half. Starks looking for room to the 16-yard line. He goes. Lamar Houston makes the tackle with 5 minutes to go in the half.
One of the things I noticed watching some of the tape of the Chicago Bears is sometimes these linebackers don't come up fast. And watch Treader get down there, that they tend to sort of see it and then react to it. And you just wonder whether or not this isn't the perfect game for a very athletic center in J.C. Treader and his ability to get down to that second level.
This is 2nd and 3 play. A little dump off Starks. First down and a 1st and goal to the 5-yard line. Tracy Porter makes the stop there.
I'm just not sure if that wasn't Shea McClellan that was supposed to pick that up. It looked like man coverage, people chasing people everywhere, and McClellan was the only one left in the middle of the field with nobody that he was chasing.
From the 6, 1st and goal.
Strap out, scoop out. There you go, strap. Scoop out. Easy. Yeah. 319. 319.
Starks again. Yard or so. Houston in on the stop. Clock ticking down with 3:40 left in the half. As he did, and what a grab he made for a touchdown in Minnesota last Sunday. To the outside. That is caught and then slung down. Randall Cobb flag is down. That is Callahan, who for the moment is able to save a certain touchdown. So 2nd down and goal now from the 14-yard line.
319. 319.
Little flip. Starks. And he gets tackled at the 5-yard line. Prosinski makes the stop there. 3rd down and goal.
Boy, it is no fun to play back here when all these linemen start coming down at you. This one looked like it might be a score. That was a heck of a play by Chris Prosinski, who is filling in for Antrell Roll, but he has made a couple of big plays already in this one.
3rd and goal, 3 receivers set to the left. And Rodgers dancing and darting and finding nobody. Cobb nearest to it. Callahan doing a real nice job. Rookie free agent out of Rice, and it's 4th down. Too many good years not to have a 21-gun salute for that man at halftime. 5-yard line. Thompson will run it back, and Deontay Thompson will take the ball to almost midfield. Chicago has all of its timeouts. They start at the 42-yard line. Cutler out of the pistol, the play fake, and then the inside throw to Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey close to a 1st down across the 50-yard line. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
Yeah, it's a really smart play and smart play call. Alshon Jeffrey has not been a factor early in this game. Get his hands on the ball and get him into the flow of the game.
2nd and 1. Cutler's going to take it himself and sneak over right guard to the 45-yard line.
And the Bears have all 3 timeouts. They have plenty of time. They are in no big hurry here and can run whatever they want to do. They want to run the football, no problem at all.
And leave no time on the clock on the other side for Rodgers at the end of the half. Langford is the back. A minute to play in the half. And that pass is incomplete. Jeffrey had to stop, reach back for it, couldn't hold on. Shields covers. 2nd and 10. Take the snap out of the pistol again. Here comes the blitz from the corner, and coming the other way now Langford for a 1st down takes it all the way to the 31-yard line where Morgan Burnett is there. So they blitz from the right corner, the right defensive corner, go the other way with the run, stop the clock with 46 seconds. 31-yard line. Chicago just took its first timeout. 1st down at the 31 as Cutler has time, throws, and that's caught. That's a 1st down. Alshon Jeffrey makes the catch. A gain of 11, covered by Randall.
Little different result out here with Kyle Long this time against Julius Peppers. It was a rough night for Kyle the first go around, but now he is settling in, and Jay Cutler is as well, and Alshon Jeffrey is as well. This team really had nothing going early in this one, and now starting to get on a little bit of a roll.
.40 seconds. 4-man rush with protection. That's caught inside the 10-yard line, and Wilson will take the ball to the end zone for the touchdown. Marquise Wilson able to take the ball in a 20-yard reception, and the Chicago Bears have taken the lead.
Against a really good young corner, Demarius Randall. Watch what he does. He's going to force the inside, make him believe he's going in there, and make Randall just flinch, and then fight his way into the end zone.
Maybe.
No, I don't think so. Knees down just short, isn't it?
Put in the big horse Unrein as the fullback. Miller goes in motion. Langford following Unrein, and he's able to get into the end zone. So the Chicago Bears now officially have the lead. There's a lot of leverage. Unrein at 306 pounds, a defensive lineman leading the way.
Did you see that, Al? He got 2. He's going to come up and get the first one and then go get the second one. I think that's Clay Matthews. He hits first, sort of gets rid of him, and then goes up and gets that second block. How good is that for a defensive lineman? That's tremendous.
2 for 1 for Unrein. They like to use him in those short yardage situations. That kick was probably not as deep as Chicago would have liked, because Rodgers, with a couple of first downs, will be close to or in field goal range. And he starts here with a first down, and that is caught by Richard Rodgers. Clock is stopped at 19 seconds as Green Bay uses its second timeout, and they have to use that last timeout at some point. Get Crosby in the game. And Chicago with the stunt up front, but Rodgers is able to throw, and that's incomplete to the 40-yard line. Tracy Porter draping James Jones. 14 seconds now remaining.
18.
Rodgers fires over the middle. Cobb makes the catch, and they're going to use their final timeout and at least have an opportunity to shave that lead here as the ball is spotted at the 23-yard gain.
Which now it looks like he might. Get a little quick out at top or bottom, but be careful. Remember what Tracy Porter has done in his history. You might jump one of these.
Receiver's got to get out of bounds. I mean, it's real simple here.
Which he did. He was going to jump that one. That was a good read by Aaron Rodgers to not go there. Tracy Porter was sitting right out there, and if he had cut to the out, he was not backpedaling. He was not doing anything. He's going to sit, and he was waiting for one of those opportunities. Good read by Aaron.
Wind has really died down. And the kick by Crosby is good. And that takes us to halftime. So Chicago, they deferred after winning the coin toss, get the ball to start the third quarter, and Matt Forte will pick up about 4 yards to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, I thought Jay Cutler in that first half was terrific, and it was a little bit of his shimmy with his shoulders, being able to escape some of the pass rushers. That was a big play there, and happened once again. He's going to step up and through. Find Zach Miller for the touchdown pass. He really started to get comfortable in the game. They hit him with everything early. A lot of those slot blitzes came home and really seemed to bother me. Had to throw away a couple of balls on third down early, but settled into a groove, and the offense started going up and down the field.
And Cutler open, caught up to the 44. Alshon Jeffrey, Morgan Burnett makes the tackle. So the Bears certainly happy to have this guy back after he missed last week's game.
Yeah, just over the outstretched arms. It's going to go across the field there, and that was Clay Matthews. Tried to get back underneath that, but anytime you go that hard play action fake, those linebackers really have no choice, and Matthews tried to sprint back, just couldn't get there.
And the Bears playing without their number 1 receiver, the tight end Martellus Bennett. And a broken play, and Cutler will, with flag thrown, take it back to the line of scrimmage. So wanted to go to the right side. Might be a hold on Kyle Long.
There you go, a little stiff arm action. I don't think Sam Shields was anticipating that one.
Yeah, take this, Heisman.
Yeah, I'm going to stick that throwing arm in here. I'm going to drag you down with that.
1st and 20 from the 35. A little swing, flag again. And Forte, that's a decent gain, 10 yards, but
I don't know what Alshon Jeffrey is doing. He's lined up 2 yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. So back-to-back penalties. 1st down and 25 now. Screen, Forte. It's a 9-yard gain out to the 39-yard line. Demarius Randall makes the tackle.
He was the ultimate sort of Revis Island in college.
He was the number 1 draft choice out of Arizona State last spring. Cutler throws. Jeffrey makes the catch, has blocking, and Alshon Jeffrey takes it all the way to the 44, but another flag is thrown at the Chicago 48-yard line.
Jay Cutler throws his arms up in the air. Stripping.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's all we can do. We can make guttural noises.
You know, when you're diving on the ground, you don't always have control.
2nd and 16. And that's caught by Jeremy Langford, who gets tackled at the 40. That's what we'll do from now on. Instead of just analyzing penalties, we'll just make guttural sound. Blitz coming, got him. The 32-yard line. That's Quentin Rollins. Every so often tonight coming in off that corner with speed. A rookie out of Miami of Ohio.
Your favorite day.
Going to the mall, whatever that is. Rodgers turns around and hands the ball off to Eddie Lacy up to the 28-yard line for a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. 2nd down and 4 from the 28-yard line. Lacy. Good tough running up the middle up to the 38-yard line. So Eddie took a seat on the bench for a while after that fumble and now has 86 yards.
There's Christian Jones, and here comes crowd favorite John Kuhn. And anytime the fullback can meet your linebacker 2 or 3 yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage, you are going to have a problem. They may not take John Kuhn out now.
Lacey takes it up to the 40-yard line. So Lacey did. Here's Lacey again. So a heavy dose of number 27, and he takes it up to the 44-yard line. And Lacey now with 14 carries for 93 yards.
Yellow boom, yellow boom, yellow boom.
Play clock at 2. Just get it off, and Starks picks up the first down. So a heavy dose of groundwork by the Green Bay Packers.
Great the opportunity.
Quick toss. Blocking out in front, short side of the field goes Starks. The 3-game slump. 5-9. People were starting to get real nervous in Packerland, but all was well after last week's win. Here comes the blitz, and Rodgers is able to hang in there, and it's caught, and that'll be a first down. Well, no, Devontae Adams dropped it, and Porter came in, Tracy Porter, to get it away from him at the last moment, and Adams looks around and says, "Where's the flag?"
He was definitely looking for one, and Porter got there, but was he after the ball? A little early contact.
3rd down and 5 at the 46-yard line. Pressure again, and that is incomplete, and the crowd looks around for a flag, and they get it. That time it's Adrian Amos against Justin Perillo. Amos, the rookie out of Penn State. The 26-yard line, first down. And let's drop. Low pass intended for Adams. Side-off shot. Caught, 22-yard line. That is Perillo to the 22. Amos is there to make the tackle. 6 minutes to go in the quarter.
319.
Rodgers stepping away. He can run for a first down. Flag is down. He does as he slides to a halt at the 10-yard line, but there's a flag at the 27 in the middle of the field. 3rd down and 15.
319.
Oh, as it rolls by him with a little exclamation point. Covers up at the 45-yard line. The audio told you all you needed to know. It all started with a bad snap by J.C. Treader, followed by a punt. There goes Rodgers off the field. Michelle will check on it, and Chicago will have the ball at the 14-yard line.
That's as bad a snap as you can possibly have now.
Langford is the running back, and Cutton's going to keep it himself, running out to the 21-yard line.
And what looked like a sure field goal for the Green Bay Packers possibly ends in disaster there.
So Tolzien, he's got some experience, 5th-year guy, played at Wisconsin. Had a couple of starts back in 2013. 2nd and 4. Langford the back. Langford, the Michigan State rookie, plows ahead for a first down before a very quiet gathering right now at Lambeau Field, with everybody concerned about what's going on the Green Bay sideline. First down.
Well, we're seeing some big holes now. Hroniss Grasu, the center here, comes in, and here's a guy, a rookie, that has been making a bit of a name for himself. Will Montgomery started off the year, but boy, it's hard to think about anything else going on right now.
3.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Bears up by 1. First down to the 26. Cutler, ooh, dangerous dangerous pass, but he gets away with it. And Marquise Wilson for a gain of 11. Tackled by Matthews. That'll be a first down.
Wait. If Marquise Wilson doesn't play this perfectly by coming screaming back to the football, that one is going to be picked off there by Casey Hayward. They train you to come back hard to the ball on those screens, but not every receiver does. Wilson does something else right in this game.
And going nowhere this time is Langford. Dayton Jones has really come on of late. Had a couple of sacks last week. He's the #1 draft choice a couple of years ago from UCLA. Went to school at UCLA. He's a Hollywood guy. Knows where the camera is. From the 33. Whoops. Oh, it's bounced up in the air, and it is loose and incomplete. Whew.
They're blitzing too.
And Cutler will throw, and it is incomplete, and a flag is thrown. That's Jeffrey, and you had Dimitri Goodson, who's going to get flagged. So a 3rd and 14 will be a first down for the Chicago Bears.
Tough to play defense in this league, isn't it, Al?
Yeah, well,
tough to play defense.
And that's caught by Wilson on the outside, and Wilson with another 11-yard pickup. So down the field they go. Penalties very important for both teams in this game. Let's go to Michelle for a report.
Yeah, well, Aaron Rodgers was on the bench, and it was really difficult to see, although they were looking at his left arm, hand, and wrist, and we believe they put some tape on that. We just can't see where. As you can see, he's wearing that big, heavy coat. Spent most of the time talking with the orthopedic surgeon on the bench, and up and about, we'll have to continue to watch.
All right, thank you, Michelle. So Rodgers walking around. Looks like he'll come back in the game. We'll have to wait and see, obviously. Meanwhile, Chicago on this drive with 1:15 to go in the quarter. First down at the 38-yard line. And Forte will get stacked up, pushed back, line of scrimmage, second down and 10. Mike Pennell, the first guy to reach him. 2nd and 10, final minute of the 3rd quarter. Blitz coming. Open man, that's caught, but short of the first down to Zach Miller, the tight end who caught the touchdown earlier. Stop him at about the 30. Night to remember, 3rd down and 3. A lot going on, obviously, in this game. We'll see about Aaron Rodgers, who came out after the last series. Cutler throws, and that's caught, and that'll be a first down. Alshon Jeffrey makes the catch to move the chains, tackled by Shields.
Yeah, he was here for the Freeze Bowl, so I think
this was nothing.
Yeah, I think he was all right out there tonight.
This was a walk in the park for him. Here goes Cutler throwing, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time on Zach Miller.
So much success. The conditions are favorable, you would think, to the Packers. There's no reason to think that they wouldn't just run away with it, but you never know.
Alshon Jeffrey, and he's going to get a first down and a lot more as he is still on his feet inside the 5. Wow. Setting up a first down and goal. Alshon Jeffrey coming back. He was hurt last week, missed the game. He's now caught 7 for 90 yards.
Yeah, and there's no question that Alshon Jeffrey has just made a huge difference. They have only played a few games together this year. Matt Forte and Jay Cutler and Alshon Jeffrey. I believe they've only played 3 games together, but you see now what this Bears offense can do when they get their weapons back on the field.
Cutler, after a very slow start, 18 of 28 now for 179 yards, and they give the ball off to Matt Forte, and Matt Forte will get to about the half-yard line. Stop just shy of the goal line. 2nd down and goal.
It was awful.
Raining sideways.
It was like 5,000 people in the stands.
Right. 2nd and goal. And they're going to stuff him back to the line of scrimmage. So Forte is stopped back at the 3, setting up a big 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, you got Jeffrey, bottom of the screen, one-on-one. Cutler rolls that way, fires in that direction, and incomplete. So Jeffrey can't make the catch. Sam Shields one-on-one, and they'll settle for a field goal attempt. Will limit them to a 4-point lead instead of a possible 8. And Gold's kick from 21 yards is good. 12:15 remaining in the 4th. So from the 20-yard line, Rodgers is back. Pretty scary moment when he came off the field the last time. And on a delay, they give the ball to Eddie Lacy, having a big night. That's a gain of 6 yards for Lacy. Pretty indestructible. Talk about indestructible, though. There's only one man that I think about. Up to the 29-yard line.
And the other time, excuse me, was actually when I played here against Green Bay, and I broke my foot, which people didn't know. We played New England the next week. Of course, we lost here in this game. You know, after I look back at my career, I thought, man, how did you do that? And maybe that's a good way to look at it, not really dwell on it at the time.
I bet you I know one harder than that for you.
And so when I came out of the tunnel, that was the loudest boo I had ever heard. And part of me was really like, my chest kind of stuck out like, and fortunately I did.
You're such a goof, though. I can't believe you didn't give him a wave or something.
Here's Rodgers on a free play again, but they whistled it dead. So Rodgers was able to do as he does so effectively and efficiently all the time, get him to jump offside, but it's the second time they've jumped off and whistled it dead. They're going to call this against Green Bay is the question. And a 4-point game. Aaron is in the pocket, then throws to the outside.
And a great personal friend of mine who, dating back to when Deanna had cancer, took care of us, Ed Martin, flew us up here for this event, flew us up this summer, flew Deanna and I to New York for cancer treatment.
Line of scrimmage is the 38 and a 4-point game. And Rodgers under pressure. Here's another flag. And for the moment, he gets taken down there by Willie Young. So into punt. And here's a look at the replay.
Yeah, talk about a bad hold. TJ Lang inside is going to hold, and that hold is going to result.
That was a surreal night. It was 12 years ago. Chicago takes over here. And this is Langford.
And that was a lot of pressure. And I felt like that playing was not honoring, but playing well was the way to honor him. And
mission accomplished.
And Oakland never touched him themselves, and we came down with it.
Divine intervention. That's caught by Mariani for a big first down on a 3rd and 10 all the way to the 44-yard line. Big conversion halfway through the quarter.
Yep.
Mariani just keeps making plays. These are sort of the bad news Bears out here. Just keep finding ways to make plays and beat these defensive backs. And Brett, this is a little shocking. I mean, we've seen the Lions come in here a couple of weeks ago. They never win here. The Bears never win here, and Jay Cutler never wins here. And
we'll see him in a couple
fortunately,
of
he can get out right.
Barely. This is Langford to the 39-yard line. I'll tell you one thing, Brett. Jeremy Langford is the back on a 2nd down and 6, and Langford will swing to the outside and get nowhere. Stopped in the backfield by Mike Neal. So another key 3rd down. They all get key in a situation like this, especially for that Packer defense. 3rd down and 11. And Cutler loses the ball on his side of the field and appears to be able to cover it up. So 3rd and 11 will turn into a 4th down at about 20 or so. But at least they retain possession and get to punt it away.
Quentin Rollins one more time off the edge, and he actually sees the ball and kicks it back into the hands of Jay Cutler.
Spectacular work. And
no doubt.
Thanksgiving to them and to all of you on this Thanksgiving night from Green Bay. So a 4-point game as Rodgers rolls out and looks for that first down. It comes close, and we go to Michelle. Okay, thank you, Michelle. So Don Barclay comes in, number 67 at right tackle to replace him. Rodgers rolling away, buying time. He's going to take off again, and Aaron Rodgers with a 20-yard gain. So after he had rushed for 10, officially here 19, 29 on 2 scampers.
Obviously not feeling great, but on Brett Favre night, no way in the world or Aaron Rodgers wants to let this win get away. Back-to-back runs to get his team moving.
I think you're right. Maybe it looked like it was the funny bone. It looked more serious than that when it happened. but no one affects right now, and that's a 10-yard gain for Richard Rogers. Rogers to Rogers for what should be a first down, and is. Again, and it's intercepted at the 45-yard line. Tracy Porter. So after 3 plays, net 3 first downs, Rogers, who's thrown only 3 picks all season until now, throws one here.
Well, Chris Brzezinski, who has had a big role in this game tonight, is going to come down here, and Adams is going to stop on the route. He kind of gets bumped off of it, and the ball ends up getting thrown right to Tracy Porter. Brzezinski comes down, tangles Adams just a bit, and the ball goes straight to Tracy Porter, and Aaron Rodgers can't believe it.
At the 45-yard line now, Chicago play a little clock ball. Forte, not a bad way to start. Gain of close to 5 out to the 50-yard line. It'll be second down. And then they went to Carolina, got beat, and they went to Detroit, home and lost to Detroit for the first time in a million years. And to the outside, Forte, and he's going to pick up about 3. You got a flag down, so that'll stop the clock. And the Lions have won 3 straight to get to 4 and 7. Langford to the outside, and he'll get bottled up, and Green Bay should take another timeout here, which they will. 3rd and 14. Langford swings to the outside, turns it upfield, and he's going to be a little short of the first down. Stopped by Clinton Dix. And Green Bay will take its final timeout. So now you have a 4th and 1. What kind of night the guy who's the all-time leader in that category is having. And from the pocket he throws, and Davante Adams cannot haul it in over the middle. It's going to be second down and 10. And a little swing out to Starks. He has a lot of room, and James Starks takes the ball out to the 39-yard line. They hustle up to the line of scrimmage. Brzezinski makes the tackle, under 2.5 to play. New. Pass caught on the outside by the tight end Perillo to stop the clock. With 2:08, the clock can stop once more at the 2-minute warning. Green Bay out of timeouts.
Yellow bone with pitch. Yellow bone with pitch. 319. 319.
Bobble snap, and then it's Starks picking up the first down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. No timeouts for Green Bay. They have it at their own 49-yard line. And Rodgers slipping to his left, and then throws that one over to the Green Bay bench. Second down and 10.
50-50.
Bears initially showing blitz. Back off, and Rodgers fires over the middle. Caught on the run. Cobb is out of bounds at the 19-yard line. From the 19-yard line.
Watch man. Yeah, we got 50. 319. 319.
Rodgers, little dump. Starks. And he gets tackled at the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 3 yards. Second down and 7. A minute and a half and rolling.
Time for that to take effect.
Second and 7. Rodgers flips it off again, and that one is incomplete. Starks having it go through his hands to make it a 3rd and 7.
2 deep safeties. Gaps throughout that defense.
Play clock at 1. Just do get it off. And Rodgers fires over the middle, and that will be caught at the 8-yard line. Davante Adams, first down. Tackled by Porter. Clock ticks down to a minute to play. First and goal on a drive that began back at the 20-yard line. Rodgers rolling away. And then fires at the last moment, incomplete. That stops the clock. McClellan put the rush on. Good protection. Dancing away. Fires out of the end zone and incomplete. Intended for Richard Rodgers. So it's 3rd down and goal with 36 ticks.
Cobb in the backfield now.
And Rodgers under pressure. Gets away. Throws and it's dropped in the end zone. James Jones. Rodgers nearly gets sacked, keeps the play alive. Jones can't hang on. They're down to their last play.
Barely getting his hand in there that time is Tracy Port. Watch him just see it at the last minute and strip it out. So close for James Jones.
Comes down to this play from the 8-yard line, 4th and goal. 29 seconds. Rodgers escaping to his left, fires in the end zone, batted and incomplete. Intended for Adams. Bryce Callahan. Boy, he's had a nice night. Rookie, free agent, played at Rice, has done a job, and the Chicago Bears, heavy underdogs, will have come into Lambeau Field on a night that Brett Favre gets his number retired and pulled off pretty stunning upset.
Unbelievable. Here we go. There's Devontae Adams right there. He's just going to work his way down in beyond the goal line. And there's Callahan all over him. Really gave no opportunity right there. These defensive backs, they should celebrate. They've had a great night.
A kneel down will end it. And I'll tell you, dessert tasted real good tonight for the Minnesota Vikings. They can now control the NFC North because they go to Atlanta on Sunday, and if they win that, they're back up on top in the division. Cutler and the Bears come in and pull off
the new Papa.
Yeah.
A little special gift for the baby.
Final pass of the game. Aaron Rodgers gets it away. Batted away. And for Mr. John Fox in his first year as the head coach of the Chicago Bears, a very nice Thanksgiving treat. Volkswagen post-game report, Madden players of the game, and all of the rest next.